immigration site to move to Canada crashed. Do you think people are going to really move to Canada? Do you think
I hope so. I hope so.
You want
Yeah,
people
there's
to move
too many people here. The rent's too high and all that. Just thin it out. Give us a little negotiating thing. And then what's going to be funny up there, it's not going to be Michael Moore's Canada. What he said, oh, you keep your doors unlocked and everybody's drinking syrup and it's, yeah.
He didn't say everyone's drinking syrup. I'm quite
Talk to
certain.
anybody of color that tried to make it playing hockey up there. Listen to the stories they had. You'd be like, were you in Alabama? No, it was in Manitoba.
Do you think the debates had any impact at all? We had to watch so many debates. Do you think it had any impact on the election?
No, I think people already made up their mind. Like, I was dying laughing by the fourth one. I was just like, who are these people sitting there in the fourth debate going like, well, I don't know, but, well, that was a good point. But then again, there is that. It's like you knew who you were voting for. You knew from day one. So,
right. What about the angle? There was a lot coming from the Hillary Clinton camp that Trump is bad for children. And they had a lot of ads that said, you know, children are watching this guy
oh, we all know
talk.
that children 5 and 6 years old are always tuning into the debates. Taking notes. That's what I did when I was a kid. I'll never forget that. I remember Watergate like it was unbelievable. I was sitting there, I was like 3 years old, just taking it in. Yeah, I was just like, wow, this guy's going to get impeached. This is the most amazing thing that's happened in my 3-year-old life.
So as a child, you were not that interested in politics, and you don't think children are in general?
I don't. I know there's so much stuff that's going on. It's a really weird time. I just hope people stop yelling at each other, and there's a bunch of just crazy stuff out there. Yeah, I'm a loner, man. I don't like people. So...
Yeah, you're not lying.
I don't.
Yeah, I know.
This Fifth Avenue during Christmas time, the thoughts that go through my head. I just want to chop that tree down and watch it land on people as I walk over their head.
No!
I do.
That was the holiday season.
I know.
No.
You knew I wasn't going to stick to that.
I
was trying to be happy. I was trying to be happy. We tried.
We tried.
Oh, you played drums. Oh, that was fun, wasn't it? It went right in the tank.
Yeah.
Right in the tank. I got to trash people or it doesn't work.
Doesn't feel.
Is it hard playing yourself as an actor?
No. That's what I've been doing my entire limited acting career. Like, real actors are like Anthony Hopkins, where he played that serial killer in Silence of the Lambs.
Hannibal Lecter, yeah.
Yeah, and then, like, the next move, that should have ended his career. Like, he should never have been able to see him as anybody else. And then the next movie, he played, like, John Quincy Adams, and he was literally John Quincy Adams. My buddy saw this thing one time. John Travolta was talking about, like, just the walks. He's like, Vinnie Barbarino walked this way. Vincent Vega walked this way. Like, you know, whatever. The guy from Get Shorty walks this way. And I just remember hearing that going like, dude, all my characters walk like me. They all have a Boston accent. They all look like, I'm trying to be believable.
Yeah, as yourself.
Yeah, it's basically the least amount of work you could possibly do as a performer.
About parenting in the 70s, and that's, you know, that was when I was parented like you. What do you think of parents now? How do you compare them to parents in the 70s?
Oh, it's just completely, the kids have so much power. It's like ridiculous. Like half of these kids, I'm like, I look and I just have what happened to me. And I'm like looking at a kid and be like, this kid's about ready to get punted across the grocery store. And it just never happens.
Right.
They just don't get hit. And I think it's hurting this country.
You're mad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No, like...
Let's get this. You're mad that children are not being hit.
There should be the threat of it. Half of it was just that, look, it was just your dad was acting like he was going to do it. He never did it, but your mother did. And because she was a woman, it was like, okay. Because it was like, hey, you know, you let a girl beat you up, you know, you kind of felt emasculated.
Yeah. What's going on here? Did you buy Alexa?
No, I don't know why people would voluntarily bug your own house. Like, do you think you're the only one listening in on that? You never saw Weird Science, how creepy these nerds are? All these cameras on your phone, all of that. Do people go on Ancestry.com? Why would you send your saliva into the internet? Why would you do that? Why don't you just go to the Illuminati and help them build your robot replacement? You know, they're already... Yeah. I don't understand it. Look, I get if you're like African American, you know, yeah, they made them change their names. You don't know where you're from. But if you're white, it's the most arrogant thing ever Like, you know what you are, basically, don't you? Like, how full of yourself are you? Like, I just have to figure out this recipe because I am a hoot. 2% Portuguese, I knew I liked peppers too much.
So far, in your opinion, about being a dad?
I actually like going to the park with my daughter, pushing her on the swing and all that. And then also, at her first birthday party, I realized how lucky I was to have a girl because they just sort of chill out and take things in. And I saw the little boys, they're like maniacs. They're like throwing stuff, ripping. Like literally watching my daughter, she just kind of waves hi at everybody, and the boys would come up, just rip toys out of her hands. It was like breaking my heart because she's so innocent. She hasn't met an asshole yet. So like, it's sort of like this, oh, what was that vibe? And then the boys, they're climbing on, they're throwing rocks down on the car. It was like Braveheart. Every time I told them, it's like, you guys, you got to stop doing this. And then also, you can't tell other people's kids not to do stuff.
Right.
So you got to kind of like be loudly like, hey, he's climbing up on the utility pole, and kind of hope that somebody does something. Well, back in the day, you could yell at people's kids, and I think that needs to come back, and that's what's holding back this country.
Yeah. Yell at other people's kids. No, it's good.
At some point, you got to be, hey, get off. Hey, I said don't do that, and then you got to be like, hey, look, you little shit. That's my car.
Yeah.
Stop throwing rocks on it.
Yeah.
Before I throw you over the wall. You're not going to do it, but you scare them a little bit.
It's tough times right now.
As a comedian, yeah, it's like the walls. It's like you're in this walk-in closet of what can be funny. And meanwhile, there's like a swirl of trash with every toothbrush he ever used spinning around the Pacific Ocean. Nobody cares. God forbid you tease the Navy a little bit, and people have like a conniption.
Well, what did you say about the military that got people so mad? Or this one guy so mad?
I was just saying, the guy who flies the fighter jet, okay, and has missiles shot at him, that guy's a hero. However, if you're the guy that, points in the direction that the plane takes off in, you know what I mean? We're kind of watering down what is heroic behavior.
You don't think that guy, the guy who points in the direction is...
Yeah, the guy doing Warrior One, like the yoga pose. Like the battlefield is that way. No, but everything has just become that. It's just become like this,
right.
That whole first responder thing, all these code words you have to say. It's so stupid. I'm a first responder. I love that one. It's like, dude, I called you. I saw the fire. What am I? What do you have, ESP? We just want to thank our first responders, and just everything has just become,